because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Razaban IFL TV proudly sponsored by Everlast. With me, the source, Lawrence Okolie. Lawrence, firstly, how are we?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good, my man. Thank you for asking. I was there when you won your British title. I was there when you won your European title. I was there locked down in the hotel during COVID when you won your world title. I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, I just feel like there's a bit more focus in you for this fight. Am I right?
I would say so. I think I need to be focused for this type of fight. Chris has got some really good attributes. He's a really good fighter. So I have to be very particular with what I do when I'm in the ring. I'm naturally a very defensive fighter. As much as I get knockouts, I'm naturally like, you know what, I'm going to figure out how to negate someone else's punching and, you know, stop them from working and slow the fight down, and then I land my hard shots, so I just win rounds. In this particular fight, I want to be extremely explosive. Yes, coach.
Do you see this man shadow boxing while he's talking? Have you peeped that yet?
Uh-oh.
So don't ask him nothing wrong, because you see him.
Okay, just in case.
Just letting you know. So
Yeah.
you know what to look for.
Cool.
Carry on.
Yeah, so, no, my hands are crossed now because I'm a man who's able to take instructions well. So hopefully Sugar's instructions, but hopefully you don't even need it. Hopefully we don't see round two. Hopefully I get it done in one round, but, you know, we'll just take it one step at a time.
Lawrence, we all know that cruiserweight is a weight that you haven't outgrown yet, but it's something that's tight, and you make it with, you know, strict dieting and strict nutrition. Has it helped the back-to-back camps? You know, they spoke up here during the press conference that it's 9 weeks from belt to belt. Has it helped that you haven't had to lose a lot of weight?
Yeah, definitely. I stayed in condition and then pushed the conditioning and added to it. So that helps. In terms of making weight, I never allowed myself to balloon too much up, and therefore I'm actually a lot more conditioned and strong at this weight. So I think it will pay dividends on fight night when it's, you know, we make weight tomorrow and then rehydrate back up, and I'll be full and ready to go.
Is there a mole in the camp, in Billum Smith's camp?
Like I said, I don't want to say mole that's writing down their stuff, but we're all friends. Like, all of us have chit chats and stuff like that. So I don't think it's going to play factor, because they could be giving me false information, or it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm really just interested in what I'm going to do on the day.
Shane knows you better than anybody
No, he doesn't.
as a trainer?
Okay, maybe as a trainer, but I know myself more than anyone else.
So knowing yourself more better than anybody else, and Shane knowing you well as a trainer, he knows your weak points in the ring, he knows your good points in the ring. Has that conversation happened between you and Shug about possible tactics that they can come up with?
It's clear. It doesn't take long to see. You do film study on every fighter and you see their strengths and weaknesses. The only difference is Chris would have felt it before the fight night. It doesn't stop the fact that I'm still effective at what I do. You know, all of this talk of, we're going to be not. The day is 2 days away. We're going to find out whether or not they've got some amazing strategy that they never showed and they're going to show it now, or Chris suddenly starts moving his head the right direction, or Chris's feet suddenly pick up for 12 rounds instead of for 4 rounds, or loads of stuff. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, am I going to fall into certain traps, or am I calm and confident enough to demonstrate what I'm meant to do?
Shug just mentioned there at the press conference that when I asked Lawrence about the sparring, he just gave me like a positive answer, which was more than enough for me. What gives Chris Billum Smith so much confidence from the sparring?
Well, he wouldn't get no confidence from the sparring. It would be from Shane filling his head with, Lawrence, trust me. You have to. Lawrence, honestly, he might be fit, bigger, stronger, but he ain't got what you got. Grit, or I don't know, or heart, or some. You have to come up with some sort of narrative to feed your fighter, to tell him you can do this. It's not, bro. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about what Shane said to me about the sparring with Chris and all that kind of stuff, because we could all do it. For all of the stuff all of the sort of narratives that they're pumping, it's good to build confidence. But you know what happens? We fight, and then we're going to find out whether or not I'm a weak guy, or I'm not that good, or Chris is better, or all of these things. We're going to find out on the day. I could sit here as I have done for the last couple of minutes and talk, but we're going to fight. And anything that I say is going to have to be backed up, and anything they've said, they're going to have to try back up.
Why are you, as a champion, coming to Bournemouth, his backyard?
Well, A, I'm getting paid, and secondly, because why shouldn't you box anyone anywhere? I wanted to go to Latvia to box Bradis. I wanted to go to fight, I can't remember his name now, but he was a former champion, Lebedev. For years I've been doing it, but the opportunities haven't been there for me to go abroad. It's just been, okay, Lawrence, you're boxing here, O2, whatever. So for me, if I can't be king of any ring, what's the point?
We know the cruiserweight division has been a difficult division to make unifications, and you've experienced that. Where do you see your future after this fight? Still at the cruiserweight?
It depends on what manner in which I win the fight. You know, if I win it emphatically and they say, yo, you can fight again in a few months, then I'll, strongly consider it. If not, I might move on. I just don't know. I'll take it one performance at a time.
Final prediction, Saturday night, what happens?
So I keep toing and froing with how I think it's going to go in terms of what method I'm going to win. We'll see. I'll see on the way in. I think he's going to be game. That's it. I think he's going to be game. I think he's going to work particular tactics, and I think it will come unstuck. I can't see myself being susceptible to stuff like drifting away from my right hand. I just had a fight with David Light where he did that, and I worked on that. I can't expect him to get inside and land body shots because I don't hold my feet with that. There's loads of different decisions that I make. Anyway, long story short, you asked a simple question, simple answer, I'm going to win.
Just a final question. You gave yourself a 4. Shil gave you a rating of 7 in your last fight. We heard that there were a few boos in the last fight. Is it important for yourself that you want to just impress and make sure it is an emphatic performance?
Yes. But not at the detriment of winning the fight. So yeah, but I think that this fight will be won on my strengths.
Lawrence, wish you all the best. 48 hours away from the fight, and yeah, we'll see you out in the stadium. Lawrence Okolie, IFL TV.
Much love.
Thank you very much.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,